Well, hello everyone. This is Steve again for my audio stuff, and I have another amplifier to show you. I have this underneath my futon in my Elvis Presley room here, and I just wanted to show you this one. This dates from about 1986, 87. It's a Harman Kardon PM 655 integrated amplifier. And I had one of these. This is not the same one that I had, but I had the same model when I was in college up at the University of Colorado in Boulder. And this is a gut wrencher. This is not trying to be naughty, but a testicle crusher when you listen to it. It's rated at about 70 watts per channel. It's all discrete circuitry on the inside of it, individual transistors rather than ICs, and that definitely does have an effect. It gives it a very dynamic sound to it. You can play really anything you want. It's completely compatible with everything we have today. It plays everything from Michael Jackson to Lady Gaga to Mozart effortlessly. It plays a lot of the early Telart digital CDs like Time Warp and whatnot that they had effortlessly. When I was in college, I had this thing hooked up to four speakers and a subwoofer. And it was just unbelievable. But I just wanted to kind of show you here. I'm not going to bump around here. Some of the features that this has. Bass and treble, has individual turnover points for the tone controls, speaker selector, and then if you look really closely here, it has another feature that is often overlooked. It's known as bass contour or phase correction loudness. This is a feature that Harman Kardon had from, I think, the mid-'80s on up to about 1994, then they discontinued it. It's a loudness control, but it has phase correction circuitry. And what that means is that a lot of times when you boost the low end, some of the low end material can get out of phase. And practically speaking, it makes it sound a little muddier and things like that. So this had actual active transistorized circuitry to correct a lot of that stuff. And it's too bad that Harman Kardon did away with that. I guess there just wasn't enough demand or appreciation for it. But this is one of the few pieces of equipment that has that. It works perfectly. Another nice feature here, you can disconnect the amplifier and the preamp just by hitting that switch. This has a solid state anti-thump protection circuit, so when you turn it on, it mutes the speakers until the amplifier stabilizes. It also has circuitry to cut the speakers if there's any shorting. You can see some of the controls over here on the right with the tape out. You can basically copy anything to anything. Inputs for phono, tuner, all of that stuff. The phono section of this thing is second to none. That's all I can say. It is an outstanding phono section, totally discrete circuitry, but it is a whole nother part or portion if you take this thing apart unto itself in this particular integrated amplifier. Sound-wise, this is a very warm-sounding amplifier. It's a very fast amplifier. I don't doubt that the slew rate and transit response are all excellent for this particular amplifier. It will produce very solid, tight bass, very liquidy, warm highs. Nothing bad to say about this. This is one of the few pieces of audio equipment that I can't really say anything bad about. It's well engineered, and Harman Kardon once again produced these, I think, from the mid-'80s, really the very end of '85, probably more into '86, through about 1993, about the time that I graduated from seminary. Then they quit producing these, and then they had the phase correct loudness for maybe another year or so after that on some of the other models that they made. And then the old golden days of Harman Kardon were all done. So there you have it. From about 1986, the Harman Kardon PM 655. eBay, you're not going to find these probably for less than $500-600. They're not cheap. Getting more expensive as more people learn how great they are and appreciate how great they are. So anyway, this is Steve for my audio stuff. If you're interested in some of my other work, I have a link here to a site that I have called A Father's Devotions. Check it out. God bless you all.